Gilgit-Baltistan, truly the epicenter of one of the highest natural landscapes of the world. My name is Zohaib Rehman, and this is my diary of my trip to northern Pakistan. Coming from a legal and an economic background and primarily raised up in Canada, this journey was long awaited as I had read and watched so much on this area that I had determined I would definitely be doing a notorious Hunza trip. Quite often known as the rooftop of the world, the staggering beauty from the entrance was spectacularly stunning. The ra- The rain, the valleys, the serpentine rivers, all the way to the snow-clad mountains crossing through really makes for an enchanting view. Contrary to the popular view, it came as a bit of a surprise that Pakistan was excelling at unprecedented rates for tourism, and as a response, the state has taken notice, which is the reason behind so much complementary infrastructure growth. I mean, tourism has brought so many benefits for this area in particular. For those planning to make the trip, I highly recommend to prepare accordingly. This unpredictable terrain will deceive you as parts of the trip drive through quite dry climates, and in the next few hours, you're in thousands of high feet altitude. I remind the viewers this is the beauty of this part of the country. You practically go through some of the remote areas of the north, and while as a tourist the picturesque background stun the patrons, you really appreciate the nuances of the local modes of lifestyle. On our way down from Babusar Top, road is very clear as you can see. The views is still excellent, amazing. People are also awesome. You can see little kids just having a good time, keeping a smile on their face. And it's a local tradition there. You'll see goat herders. This is their local economy. They run from these little activities. That's how they get it going. But so far, so good. We tried to make as many pit stops along the way and sort of get a feel of the locals, as I should point out that this is such a diverse region with such unique cultural mosaics in every village. You start to understand and appreciate some of the perspectives of the local natives here. Mountains. Fun fact, this region of Gilgit-Baltistan was a collection of small kingdoms acting as autonomous states before being incorporated in Pakistan very recently. Referred to as the intersection of the infamous Karakoram, Hindu Kush and the Himalayas, the majestic background cascading will surely mesmerize you. It's sunset and I'm out of words. This must have been my longest road drive in one day, and it was unfathomable to explain what I witnessed in one stretch. We literally drove through some of the most unpenetrated routes of the world. This CPEC project is going to play such a crucial aspect of the One Road, One Belt initiative in the coming years. Wow, these tunnels were a piece of art. As part of CPEC, these never-ending tunnels have literally pierced through some of the largest blocks of rocky mountains, which has essentially elaborated the biggest economy of the world, China. We got to our destination quite late, but as they say, there was light at the end of the tunnel as we woke up to some of the most mouth-watering views of the world. Atabad Lake, what a beauty. I will never forget this trip, but I have to remind the audience that this lake was based on a natural landslide, and today it has created a tourism spur for the domestic businesses. Capturing my final takes, I was reliving the epic 24 hours and at the same time upset that such an awesome trip was coming to an end. It was then we decided if we were in the Gilgit belt, we have to go to Fairy Meadows. Our trip just took a new turn as we decided to take on a daring choice of going to the hidden gems of this country, Fairy Meadows. Guys, this is insane. I call it a theme park. In order to get there, you need to take a local jeep who taxi you to the drop point. This is definitely not a regular ride to your typical theme park. Often called the world's most dangerous road, this wasn't what we signed up for. Literally a one-lane strip going thousands of meters high to get to our destination. As if we weren't tired already, this trip cost us roughly 5 hours, not to mention the grueling 3-hour trekking. That was a spine cracker. Once again, we arrived at night, so we couldn't anticipate what we were in store for. It was a relaxing evening with a bonfire and refreshments and meeting new faces. Only to wake up to this the next morning.
Finally made it to Fairy Meadows. Got here last night, couldn't really see much, but again, like I said, we woke up to some spectacular views. I don't know if the camera can capture what we see, but this is Nanga Parbat, also known as the Killer Mountain. Very few people have been successful climbing this place. I think we've had a great experience. People have been awesome. Again, food has also been amazing as well. I can't tell you how tough it was to get up here. The ride here was actually quite challenging with the rough terrain along the way as well. We have some videos. We're definitely going to compile everything together and show you the whole ride, our whole expedition along the way. But not an easy trip, I'll tell you that. We're going to keep going and keep you posted, alright?
As suggested by our tour guide, we gazed around the meadows and made our way to Viewpoint, where we were able to capture some of the best and unobstructed views of this killer mountain. So to succinctly wrap it up, Hunza and Fairy Meadows was my most memorable trip of my life, and if anyone gets this privileged opportunity, be sure to travel these hidden gems of northern Pakistan.